Have you ever noticed that shemp spelled backwards is hemp? Hello everyone, Artemu the Violet Wizard here, and today we are continuing Spyro the Dragon. Last time we started our adventure by clearing up everything we can do in the Artisan world, and then got started on things here in the Peacekeeper's world, clearing out most of the levels that we could explore in this place. So we only got 2 destinations to take care of in this world before we can head off to the next world. We already have all of the gems I believe we need to progress to the next area. Yeah, we should be more than prepared for that. But just want to clear up things here with Peacekeepers before we get started on the next stuff. So, for this round, I'm thinking we're going to lead things off with the boss stage of this area. So, we're going to go ahead and challenge Dr. Shemp. Kind of a funky name for a boss here, but it'll make more sense when we actually get into this battle. Alright. Dr. Shemp. It's been a while since I've done this encounter, but it should go pretty well. Got some more of these guys here, the Mama Gnorcs, and it's like the kids this time are fully armored and they just plummet to their death. Very entertaining. So don't have to worry too much about these guys, honestly. So yeah, this stage, just like the previous one with Toasty, we're going to be exploring much of this level before we can actually go and fight the boss. There should be quite a few things we can see here. Alright, did you guys drop the gems I needed? Yeah, we should be good. Yeah, this one really shouldn't be too bad. It's got a lot of guys here. Ow. Take that, mama. Wasn't too bad. We got a key up here, so we're definitely gonna need to come back in order to grab whatever we need that with. These gems back here, and now we gotta find out how to get the rest of this stuff here. Shouldn't be too bad, honestly. We should be able to just fly over here. We can grab that key, and we just got you to take care of now. So that should be the pathway to the boss, but we are not going that way just yet. Ow. I definitely like the scenery of this place, how we have the eclipse over the sun over there. Definitely gives a very nice aesthetic to this level. Definitely very nice. Let's try getting at you from a higher angle. Yeah, we should be able to get over here. Perfect. Some chests over here we can break. And that should be everything we can grab on this end. Just gotta take out this mama here. Yeah! And there we go. We got everything we need on this end. So, oh, we see a gem over there we need to grab. Hey, there's always that one elusive gem that you don't notice until later. So you are all the way over there. So this should be our first instance of a purple gem. That's worth 25 points. Definitely worth it to grab. Alright, let us head up here with the sparkles. And let us proceed onward to the boss. Also, we're gonna save Trondo. It's a pretty cool name.
Dr. Shemp thinks he's so cool. You don't know what it's been like listening to him over and over. But I tell you one thing, he should watch his back.
Good advice. Also, smash. Yep, still continuing this trend from last time. Yeah, we got the big boss up there. The good Dr. Shemp. As the name implies, this guy kind of has a witch doctor motif. He's armored, so we are incapable of blasting him with fire from the front, but we can just torch his backside. Yeah, he has no protection down there. which you can read however you want to. It's definitely be a pretty easy fight, all things considered. Just gotta wait for this guy to make his move. Oh, come on. Come on, Doctor. Oh. Alright, just when he spins, you want to torch him. Yeah, this is a pretty... I don't know, this is a pretty painful way to take this guy out, just constantly scorching his rear. Alright, what you gonna do next, bud? Alright, it's got that big spinning attack. Jump and torch! And there we go! I actually got a skill point for that. Wonder what that was for. But with that, we have defeated Dr. Shemp. Pretty easy battle, all things considered. But as I said before, the bosses in this game really aren't that great. I mean, they do their job fine, but overall, they're just really not that challenging. And with that, we got the last gem we needed for this level. Alright, so it's time to exit, and then we have one more level to do in Peacekeepers. Then we can move on to the next area of the game. Ooh, boy, I'm very excited for that. Let's hit the return home gate. And yeah, pretty easy level to start off this session with. That really wasn't too bad. Alright, but we got one more stage here in the Peacekeepers world to take care of. And it's a flight level. This one shouldn't be too bad, though. Let's head into Night Flight. God, already I am really excited for this one just because of the setting here. Just, God, that sky looks so beautiful. I know I said it before, and I'm going to keep saying it throughout this playthrough, but this game is so gorgeous, and Toys for Bob did a really good job with it. Alright, we got ourselves another flight level, which means we have 4 objectives we need to complete. The first thing you see in this level are these rings here, and I recommend going for them first, as they are obviously the first thing you'll see. Let's break these chests next. I think this is the next thing in the intended order. At least one of the closest things you can do. Very careful not to go into the water. I think we might have missed a chest back there. We will take care of that soon. Let's go fly through these gates. The same style of gates that we encountered back in the last flight stage we did. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling that this run is probably not going to go over well. Already pretty dang low on time. We got all the gates, at least. Oh, actually, we might have already gone all the other things. Dang. So the last task we have is to light these lighthouses, which are scattered all over here. This really isn't too bad. Man, I had some really bad luck with that. Alright, let us retry this level, because we gotta get all 4 objectives done in a single run. I'm thinking we might save the chest for later. So we got the lighthouses right here. Let's do those before we go over to the chests. Yeah, we got these ones here. And the next couple lighthouses are just over here, so we should be almost done. Come on, lighthouse, lighthouse, lighthouse. There's the last one. Ah, yeah. We are pretty low on time here. I don't think we're gonna do well with this run. Okay. Again, there's always an intended order you want to go at these objectives that'll give you the best possible time for them. I just haven't had a lot of practice with this stage, so I don't know the intended path. We're gonna try that again. That actually went worse than last time. So I guess we are gonna do the chest after the rings. The stage definitely gave me some flashbacks to when I would view footage of a certain video game that has you flying through rings. Anyway, this is definitely a trend in a lot of the Spyro games about trying to get these objectives done, but this one really... Okay, we missed a chest. I'm just going to call it there. That was pretty dang bad. Yeah, for the most part, I do like the flight stages. The one thing with them that does get me is that you have to complete all the objectives in a single go in order to be able to get all of the gems here. It'd be very nice if you just casually do whichever one of the events you want and don't have to worry too much about time, but hey, this was a old-fashioned PlayStation game. They really didn't have a whole lot of different challenges they could have done, so no, having this kind of difficulty if you're trying to accomplish all of these objectives in a single run, I get it. It's a good way to really test the skills of the player. And yeah. We just got the lighthouses to do now. Then we are done here. Little bit of time, but we should be good. Alright, one more to go, and then we're done. Come on, there we go! 2 seconds to spare! Woo! Managed to accomplish all objectives here, so we are free to leave. 3,000 gems. So I believe that is actually... I believe that is a quarter of the total gems in the game. So it's nice to know that we are already this far into our adventure. This really isn't a very long game, all things considered, so quite happy with that. Alright, we're making some excellent time here, so let's go talk to Gosnold.
So much stolen treasure. Hop aboard for the Magic Crafter's world if you're ready.
Yep, we've accomplished everything we needed to do with Peacekeeper, so let's go ahead and move on to Magic Crafters. Ah man, we are not even 15 minutes into this stream, and we've already finished up this world. Very good progress. So yeah, we will be taking care of this next world, and thinking we'll be able to take care of everything in Magic Crafters in this session, depending on how things go. Like, levels are obviously going to get a bit more challenging and complicated as things go on, but still very excited to get to show off more of this game. But yeah, welcome to the Magic Crafters world. Already looking a lot nicer than what we saw back in the Peacekeepers. Right off the bat, we got a feat to deal with. This guy jumps up there. So yeah, he's up there. We really don't have any means of getting to him. So I think all we can do is just leave and come back to try to get this guy. It's a little awkward. It's got some armored guys here you'll definitely want to ram into in order to knock those guys out. Ooh, we got an achievement for that coming through. Quite surprised I didn't get that achievement before, considering how much I played this game. Let's go ahead and rescue Cosmos.
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
A lot of objectives there. Also, despite the fact that you are not a character from the Xenosaga series, I'm still gonna say smash. Yeah, this guy is tricky. In order to get his dragon egg, we just need to distance ourselves enough that he will come back down. We want to really carefully Blast him! There! Alright, so we got another dragon egg, putting our total to 6. I believe that's actually half of the total dragon eggs we can collect in the game. Yeah, there really aren't a whole lot. These guys are kind of interesting. We've got some wizards who will manipulate the environment in order to mess with you. They can affect the environment around here in a lot of neat ways. So you want to very quickly torch them before they can actually use their magic. And we'll definitely be seeing a lot of these guys around here, as they are a little irritating to deal with. Oh man, we already got another feed. I think one of the nearby wizards can actually affect how you can deal with this guy, as he will set up barriers around here in order to block off your ability to chase after the feed. This one's a bit of a pain to deal with here. It's only a small area you need to chase him, so it's not too bad, all things considered. Just want to try to get as ahead of him as possible before we torch. Come on. There we go. That is Dragon Egg number 7. Very nice. I got some gems around here to grab. Ooh, this is very good. So see those arrows down there on the ground? Those are tied to something very cool we're able to do here. Let's go ahead and rescue this dragon, Xantor.
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Go ahead, try it.
Alright, I like your magician motif there, so that's definitely a smash. But he gives us some very interesting advice there. So yeah, we have a new gimmick starting from this world. Whenever you see these arrows along the ground, if you charge along them, you can start a supercharge, allowing you to move across the world at very fast speeds, which can definitely help you out for a lot of reasons, as supercharge is going to be very helpful for solving a lot of the puzzles around here in these worlds. God, that guy was surprisingly tough to take out. So we'll see what else we can do along that route in a little bit. Just want to finish collecting some of the stuff around here before we progress. Alright, very good. So that's everything we could do around here. So let's take the supercharge path and see what we can do. Whoa. So usually, whenever you see those supercharged routes, that's usually an indicator that there is something around here you'd be able to make good use of with that. See here, there's one of these armored boxes that we're not able to do anything about. However, we now have access to the supercharge. So, before I go take care of a certain dragon that we just noticed earlier, I want to get back up here to the supercharge route, and we are going to charge all the way through here, keeping our momentum, and bam! We break open that box. Very good. Alright, let's go rescue this dragon over here. This is Boldar. It's a pretty bold name.
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly. I remember when I was a young dragon, earning my wings.
Learn to fly. Got it.
I've already flown quite a bit, buddy. I'm probably gonna pass on Boldar, personally. Sorry about that, bud. Alright, so these guys, I love their aesthetic. We got these wizards who will cast magic spells at you. Definitely want to be wary of those guys. These wizards are a lot more offensive than the other wizards around here. So yeah, the theme of the Magic Crafters world, obviously, is magic. We have a lot of enemies that use magic spells in order to attack Spyro, and also affect the environment in a lot of ways. So, lends itself to a lot of very creative level designs that we're definitely going to see a lot more of as we progress onward. Alright, we can already see the balloonist down there, which gives us a good indicator of how far along we are on our progress. Let's take this guy out here, and take you out. So there's the boss stage, Blowhard. Well, I certainly hope he does. Let's take that gem, and we're just about done. We just need to get the locked chest, wherever that is.
Thank you, Spyro, for recovering so many of our dragon eggs. Hop aboard for the Beastmaker's world if you're ready. Would you like to go?
So yeah, the main objective of this area is actually to collect dragon eggs, which is why they had 2 of the dragon eggs readily available here in this hub world. But we are not going to be doing that right now. So we got the key, and need to find where this needs to go to. So yeah, once you've rescued enough dragon eggs, you're able to go to the 4th world in the game already, which is the which will be an interesting world to eventually go to. It's gonna be a while before we do that one, and kinda don't want to spoil it right now, but there are certain things that I am really not looking forward to doing in that area, so definitely be saving that for later. I'm trying to look around to see where that chest we're going to need to break open is. Should be somewhere around here. We have the keys, so... yeah, sorry if the commentary is a little lax right now. I'm just trying to get my bearings of this place, since there's only so many places we can explore right now. Just don't believe we can get up here in any way. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any secrets up there. Up here, and... God, this is very concerning. We have the key, but I don't know where to take it to. Might involve the supercharge trail, actually. So we could probably use that to break something open. I'm also probably thinking that the chest is located in a place where one of the wizards is keeping it hidden, but because we took care of the wizard, now it is just available to us. Ooh. That would have been bad if I ran right into that level before actually getting to where we needed to go. Alright, this is where we found the keys. Nothing else here. God, where is this chest? I'm gonna kick myself if it's somewhere, like, really frickin' obvious. What do you think, Mr. Balloonist? Have you seen it around here? I don't see it. Yep, I am gonna try to get everything here before we actually move on to the next world. We got a bunch of levels we need to do, but we have a key that will unlock something. Pretty sure this is all we needed. Really can't think of anywhere else we would need this unless the supercharge was necessary for anything, which really don't see how it would have been important. Yeah, we're still missing gems in this area. Sparks, can you give me some advice? Okay, he's pointing me in the direction, it seems. So, oh, there it is. There we go. Alright, now to get over there, I'm thinking we're gonna need to make a very special maneuver. Or we could just go up here. Just want to fly over this way. And there's the chest. That one took a while for us to get. Very tricky. But with that, we got all the gems, which means that is every last thing we can collect in the main hub of the Magic Crafters. Alright, so next thing we gotta do is take care of the actual levels here. Alright, so this is the beginning, right? So I'm gonna do them in the order that we encounter these levels. So let's head over this way and... Alright, how about we make this our first stop here, Alpine Ridge. Oh boy, so you can definitely tell from how that hub went, things are gonna get a bit trickier when it comes to locating the various things we need. Luckily, we do have sparks to be able to locate gems that we can't find, so hopefully things shouldn't be too bad. Alright, Alpine Ridge. I believe this area shouldn't be too bad. Alright, so we got some wizards here that will command various monsters. I guess these guys are meant to be like druids, as they're associated with animals in a lot of ways. Ow. Ooh, we took care of that guy. It's got this wizard moving the blocks back and forth. Should be able to easily take you out. We took care of your pet there, buddy. Sadly, we don't have sparks right now because we took too much damage, so until we can recover our health, we're just kind of stuck needing to grab the gems manually instead of the sparks picking them up for us. So got this wizard changing these stairs into a ramp, which is definitely very handicap accessible, but not exactly helpful to us. Alright, so I believe that guy dropped a gem down there, maybe? I guess we picked it up anyway. Alright, that should be everything around the stars. Alright, so let's go talk to our buddy over here, Zane. Pretty nice name.
Oh, Spyro, you're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
Oh, good. I didn't think so.
That's probably gonna be a pass. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, definitely like a lot of the variation they have to the various enemies we are encountering throughout these worlds. Got these big brutes here. And definitely a bit of a change of pace from the usual magic-type characters we have seen throughout this area. Alright, this guy's raising the wall there. Just need to wait for him to lower, and then we can just charge right through and take him out. I just realized, because of all these humanoid guys there, these are like the first times we've really seen humans in the Spyro world so far. Like, we have mostly encountered the Gnorcs among various other creatures around here. Actually, there were the shepherds back in the artisan world, so I guess that also counts.
Thank you for releasing me.
That's probably going to be a pass, but he does remind me of this one NPC from Breath of the Wild. So, also, I really like how his horns are made of pipes. That's a pretty fun little detail there. take care of this druid and grab that. Alright, this shouldn't be too bad to handle these guys. And while we're going through the rest of these levels, how about we talk about some stuff that's been going on lately, as I've definitely been keeping myself busy the last couple of days. So after the last session, I have been started to make some preparations for what's going to be the next big stream series I plan on doing, which is I'm definitely really excited for. It's a game that I have a lot of experience with, and I'm really looking forward to show off as much as I can of it. It's going to be a very fun time. Let's rescue this guy before we go forward. Xander.
Great work, Spyro. If you keep this up, you'll learn all the tricks of the Magic Crafter's world.
I like your crystal wings, but that's going to be a pass. Sorry. Alright, so that leads back to the beginning. But yeah, as I was saying before, I'm getting prepared for the next big stream series we're going to do once I've wrapped up Spyro, which is definitely going to be really fun. I'm really looking forward to getting started on that. Depending on how things go in the next couple of weeks, we should get started on it by the sometime in early January. So we only got a little bit of time to spend with that, but we should be wrapping up Spyro pretty easily, so it's not going to be too bad. Okay, so for this path, what are we going to need to do? Did I just hear someone laughing? If I did, Alright, seems like we need to jump from here and see if we can fly over there. Let's do this. There is indeed a thief, and he's stolen a dragon egg. Where you going, buddy? I'll take care of the gems around here soon. I just want to take out this thief. But yeah, I'm very excited to get started on the next stream I have planned. It's going to be really dang fun. Something I'm really looking forward to playing. I'm sure I'll have a lot of topics to discuss regarding it as we're going forward. It's going to be really fun. Just really excited. Almost had you. There we go. And that is Dragon Egg number 8. I mean, it makes sense that they would have this guy here, considering it's one of the last levels where we can acquire dragon eggs. And we do need them here. Kelvin seems like a pretty cool guy.
Remember that these blue thieves have stolen eggs outside the Magic Crafter's world as well.
Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
God, this guy's voice reminds me of a certain character I am role-playing as in a certain thing I'm doing in the Comic Burrow Discord server. Also, Smash. Gotta be careful here. Yeah, I was expecting that. Well. Sadly, we're not immune to fireworks. Alright, Spyro, be careful. Just gonna go ahead and blow all these out. Then grab these gems here. So yeah, speaking of that, we had a very good session of our latest friendlock session over on the Comic Burrow Discord server. Definitely very fun, and I actually got to play a big part of that stream and definitely had a lot of fun opportunities with the character that I've been portraying. It's definitely been a blast to play with. So it seems like the next thing we need is over there. Okay, so we're gonna have to fly back to the beginning of this level before we can take care of stuff around here. Yeah, considering our current place here. Yeah, we just fly back to the beginning and retrace our steps from here. I got a couple things here, even though we still got a lot of gems to collect. Like, probably gonna cap at 500 here, which just really goes to show how much we need to collect in these later worlds. Okay, so now that we're up here, want to fly over this way. We see these guys are having a little wizard's duel, which is certainly iconic. If you're a spellcaster, you would definitely like to show off your abilities to other spellcasters. That guy taken care of. These guys are shooting ice, which is certainly not nice for us. Especially not nice because, well, they're dead. Yeah, definitely had a lot of fun in the recent stream I was doing along with the other people on the Comic Burrow server, especially with my character, Majestic, the most majestic of serpents. Yeah, just been really having a blast with those friendlock sessions. Been a really good time to really show off my voice acting abilities. It's always been something I was very passionate about. Like, as far back as I can remember, I knew I was very good at having a very dynamic voice and being able to portray a lot of different roles. So, it's been very fun getting to stretch my abilities here. Especially with a lot more of a comedic character compared to some of the other sessions we were doing and some of the other characters I was portraying. I've also drawn some art featuring Majestic, which you can find over on my DeviantArt account if you would like to see. We got all these guys back. Great. Now we taking care of that level. How about we go and head to High Caves? Part of me thinks this level might be a bit tricky, but we should have a decent time through here. Also like that the Magic Crafters world is a lot more mountainous compared to some of the other levels we were exploring. Definitely a lot of stuff to... Definitely a nice location for these kind of levels, I guess. Alright. So the High Caves. We got some more wizards here. That one over there is a wind mage. Just gotta get up close and blast ya. Yeah, I like the touch that the various wizards are battling each other in order to test out their abilities. Definitely adds a lot here. So we got those guys up there moving a lot of... Ow! These guys are moving the platforms. We gotta take care of these guys in a bit. Here's a dragon for us. Alright, buddy. Where are you gonna end up on the spectrum? Cyrus? Didn't I leave you in the distortion world?
Please do something about these green druids. They insist on moving everything in sight.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna smash you. Which is definitely something I wouldn't say if I was still playing Platinum. Oh man, I really loved streaming that game. Like, goddamn, Platinum was super fun. Even though it took me half a year in order to fully complete the game here on Twitch, it was so much fun. And I'm also coming up with plans for what I'm going to be doing when I eventually return to the Pokemon series for our streams. Still going to be a little while. Ugh. Well, dragons can't fly through everything here. Be very careful where they position the towers and then you just want to blast them with fire. And that will make the towers go back to a neutral position. It's definitely a nice way to handle all that. Let's grab all this and gather the last of the stuff over here. Alright, so what do we do next? So leave these fairies here. So in areas where there are bottomless pits, you will occasionally find areas where there are these small fairies here. Those fairies are actually a way to protect yourself when you're in these areas, as they will pick you up and then carry you back to these, the top. Oh boy. This is why I was kind of dreading this level, because of those guys. Ajax. This guy should be very clean.
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that Supercharge makes you invincible.
I guess I'll smash you. But yeah, these big spider guys in the caves here. There is nothing we can do to these guys in our current form, and that would allow us to take them out. However, as that dragon noted, our supercharge makes us invincible. And as long as we have the supercharge, we'd be able to beat the spiders. But that's definitely something to keep in mind for here. And yeah, also know that this is going to be a interesting level for this, as we have the supercharge here and a lot of different areas we can go around here. Start up by jumping here. Ow. And we get in here. There's the return home gate, and we found Cedric.
Try combining your supercharge with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high caves.
Yeah, I think I'll smash you. So that is all the dragons we can find here in the high caves. So this is going to be fun. So the main gimmick of the high caves, we have a lot of areas that we need to explore using the power of our supercharge, and being able to use it in a variety of different ways, either by allowing us to venture to, by combining it with our gliding in order to get to certain areas, or by using it to charge through enemies that we wouldn't be able to destroy by other means. So yeah, this is going to be fun in a few ways. Let's jump over here. We can grab all of these goodies and break that open. Very good. And like I said before, we have those fairies that can help carry us to safety should we need it. Yep, it's very nice that we have these fairies. They even take us all the way up to the... okay, that was bad, that was bad. Don't know if we're gonna make it. Oh, we just barely made it, that was good. But yeah, at the very least, we do have those fairies that will carry you back up to the supercharge panel should you need it. And we got this guy here with another dragon egg. They definitely put a lot of these thieves here in this world, which makes sense as dragon eggs are the end goal for this area. So you are an interesting fellow. So we need to, like, get ahead of you and blast you to grab that egg. I believe that is egg number 9. So we are already 2/3 of the 3/4 of the way to finishing up our egg collection, which is definitely nice. Okay, so next thing I want to do is, yeah, we'll handle the spiders soon. I just want to take care of some of the other side paths around here. Super dash, go over this way, and jump over here. Very good. God, I already hear another thief. There's so many thieves in this area. We should be able to glide from here. And yep, he has another dragon egg. We got to chase after him and get back that egg. This area has a lot of things for us to break. Definitely want to loop around here. God damn it. It's usually that position when the thief is jumping that is your best opportunity to blast him. Just get as close as we can. There we go. And that should be egg number 10. Only 2 more eggs to go, and then we are all done. Alright, let's go search around this path, as there are no doubt some more gems we can collect here. What do you think, Sparks? This everything? Yeah, I think that might be it, actually. We did a pretty good job clearing out this area. Alright. So, there's one last area I believe we can go to. And, wouldn't you know it, it's time for us to finally take on those spiders. I think that's like the last thing we need to take care of here. Just want to charge into this cave and just ram right into them. Yeah, we are going to need to kill as many of these spiders as we can. As they obviously carry gems that we need. Might need to go back to the supercharged panel in case we need to take care of more of these things. But now I just want to look around and see what we can grab around here. Yeah, when it comes to most spider enemies in games, these ones really aren't too bad. They're just a little tricky because they're invulnerable unless you are using the supercharge. Otherwise, these guys are a pain, as they'll just rush at you, and there's really not a lot of defense you can do against them. So these guys are very aggressive. You do not want them to see you, otherwise, it's gonna be bad. Let's head over this way and see what we can find. We might be lucky enough to find another supercharged path around here. And that takes us all the way back to the beginning. Alright. Alright, so that's the one spider over there we gotta deal with, along with that wizard. So I'm thinking we want to circle back up and see if we can maintain a supercharge along that upper path. It's gonna be a little awkward, but I think we can pull this off. Alright, it's gotta make like an S shape through here. No, we cannot maintain it. Let's go over here, just try to avoid the spider. And the wizard is blocking our path here. Great. It's gotta take you out first. As long as we're fast, we should be able to get past these spiders. And hopefully this should take us to another supercharge area. Oh, it is time. Get ready for this. Just approach the fairy. She gives us a little peck on the snout, and we have super fire. So yep, the fairies are able to bestow you a stronger fire breath, allowing you to destroy things that could not be destroyed before, like the giant spiders. And with that, we have finally managed to get everything we can here in this level. There's a lot of collectibles we needed here, but yeah, this really wasn't that bad of a run through the high caves. I think we wanted to go this way to get out of here. I know I could always just exit from the pause menu, but I like how much more authentic it is to end the levels by actually using the end of level gates. But yeah, that was very fun getting to do this level again. Really wasn't too bad. So yeah, there are definitely a lot of different levels that have a lot of gimmicks around here. I mean, this world is good at introducing a lot of different gimmicks that you will be needing in the various worlds to come. So definitely want to master the Supercharge and the Super Flame. They're very important. But with that, let us head to Crystal Flight. second flight level we're doing in this session. Hopefully, this should go pretty well, all things considered. Alright, let's start with the rings before we take care of other things. Also, like the rings are rainbow colored here. That is definitely very nice. Alright, now we take these electro gates. Also like that there are fairies that will point you in the direction of the objectives that you need to go to. That is very good. It definitely prevents you from getting lost in a lot of these stages. Okay, just a few more of these electric gates to go, and then we'll take on our next objective here. Alright, one last gate to take care of. Now, this one we got these biplanes and these gold chests. We are really not doing good here. Let's start with the planes, then we'll focus on the chests, maybe. Okay, at this point we are good to focus on the chests, then we'll go back to the planes. Those Gnorcs are really getting on my nerves. But we'll handle them soon. Hopefully that we'll have enough time to catch up to them. Where are the planes? Where are the planes? Where are they? God damn it, there were two we missed. Alright, let's try again. We had a pretty good run of that level, all things considered. You know what? Let's start with the planes here. I really want these assholes gone. Okay, I knew I said I was starting with the planes, but it just kind of turned into us dealing with the chests. Well, that was unfortunate. God, our route here is so awkward. Like, what even is this? I mean, if this actually works, then that'll be pretty good. But we still got some other objectives to clear. Alright, so what's the next thing we need to do? We could do the electric gates or the rings at this point. Let's do rings. Ah, that was bad. Very bad. Don't know how this is really gonna do. Gods, this is awkward. Let's do electric gates. We might be able to double back and get the last ring we need. This is a very awkward run, but I think it's actually gonna work out in our favor here. Last gate is over there, and there's the last ring. Can we get these here? Well, this was a very awkward run of crystal slides, but it actually went pretty well. Alright, let us exit this stage. God, that was a very weird run of that level. But it all worked out. It's all done with that, so I believe we just have 2 more levels to do here. One of them being the boss stage. So good. Alright, so next up is Wizard Peak. I don't know about you, but I would definitely consider myself the peak of a wizard. God, hard to believe we're already almost done this level. But this is a short game, so at the same time, it makes sense. Alright, I can already tell there's going to be a lot to see here. Ow! That's rough. I've just got these big Gnorcs to deal with alongside these wizards. So we can trick these guys into attacking before they have a chance to... Ow! How did that hit me? It's on a lower plane. That was irritating. Alright, take care of you, zap you. Alright. So, shouldn't be too much trouble if we can find some healing coming up. Ow! Gods, that was bad. We are not in a good position here. I don't know if we'll be able to fly over that way. Ow! Well, we're having dragon pancakes, I guess. That was brutal. We actually lost a life. Okay. So yeah, just wait for these guys to unleash their attack, and then you want to flame them. Ow. Did you guys cut that out? Don't really need to worry too much about these ones, because I've actually gotten their gems. Will you stop zapping me? Come on. There we go. Alright, those guys are taken care of, so how about we talk to this buddy here, Jarvis.
Welcome to Wizard Peak. This is my favorite supercharged spot. Use it to bash those wizards.
I like the detail that some of the dragons have feathered wings instead of leathery ones. Also, smash. So yeah, as that guy mentioned, this is a very nice area for using supercharge. Just ramming right into the wizards. And we could also take this pathway down here. So, how about we go bowling? Just using the supercharge here to bash these guys down. So good. So how about you go down? Woo! And we got one more, and then we have a thing over here to try to get to. Come on. Nope. Ah, jeez. That one's like very tight. At the very least, we have access. Oh, that was very good. Much better that time. Okay, we can hear a thief here, and you can probably guess where he is. Right over here. Want to flame him right there. And that is Dragon Egg number 11. We're almost done. Okay, so from here, want to fly this way to get back on the main trail. And wouldn't you know it, sounds like there's another thief. And that should be the very last dragon egg in the game. Alright, let's rescue Hexus. That's a very cool name.
Well done, Spyro. Thank you for releasing me.
And why not? I'll smash you, mainly because I really like your name. Oh yeah, I guess you can't actually charge these guys normally. They're so big that you actually need the supercharge. Speaking of which, we're gonna need it to break that open. Just let us... Oh! Really? Okay, let's try that again. Well, I wasn't expecting that much difficulty from this, but sure, go off. Alright, turn, and there we go. So we're heading back up to where that thief is, among other objectives, in just a little bit. Okay, we're definitely going to need to supercharge to get all this. Alright, at least we have a path for it. So while we're taking care of all this supercharged stuff, are there some other things that we can discuss today? So I guess the kind of big thing I could discuss that's been pretty relevant to a lot of things going on these days. So a couple of weeks ago, we got to experience the release of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. The games have finally come out, and it's been an interesting couple of weeks to be a Pokemon fan, I'll start off by saying. But overall, I do really like the game. It has its share of problems, and the game is definitely unpolished in quite a few ways, but overall just found the experience of the game very good. Just getting to explore the big open world of Paldea was super satisfying. getting to meet all these new Pokemon, which some of which became easily some of my favorites, was just so amazing. But with that, we got Dragon Egg number 12, the last Dragon Egg. But that's not going to be the last of the thieves we deal with, as we will see going forward. Really? How did I not collect that? That's so good, using the Gnorc to bash that guy. Oh, that was so fun. Alright, is there... Alright, there's still a couple things we need to get, and I have a good idea on where those are. Let's go ahead and grab this dragon here, Lucas.
Listen carefully, Spyro. There's a secret area in the artisan's home world near the waterfall. Try jumping on the stones there.
Artisan's homeworld? Waterfall. Sounds good.
So yeah, that is your hint on how to get to the flight level in the artisan world. It's definitely a very well-hidden secret, I must say. Only something you would be able to detect if you were being very observant. Wait, there was something that I forgot to do. Excuse me, could I actually replay this scenario here? Because I forgot to get a good look at this guy because I was distracted.
Listen carefully, Spyro. There's a secret area in the artisan's home world near the waterfall. Try jumping
I
on the
love
stones
that his wings have a map
Artisan's home world?
written on
Waterfall.
them. That is
Sounds
such a good detail. Boy, that said, I think we're actually going to smash that guy. Yeah, I like his design, sure. Man, we're experiencing a little bit of a... And it's actually kind of bad. We're going through a little bit of a hiccup here. There's really nothing I can really do about this right now. Yeah, I don't know what I can do to fix this. It's gonna give it a little bit of time and see if things can get a little bit better. Okay, really don't want to have to do this, but I'm thinking we will finish up this level and then we're probably gonna call it early, because yeah, I really don't like the way things are looking with the stream right now. Yeah, it's a little awkward because the game saves every time you pass by one of these fairies. So at this point I'm thinking we might have to... Yeah, I'm just gonna try to finish up this level and then we're gonna call it for this session. So things are going to be a bit bad when it comes to the visuals here, but that's just the way things go. Alright, so what we need to do here to finish up this level, a couple things we still need to grab. So I believe we need to head back up here. Then we got that guy. Then what I'm thinking is... yeah, I just want to fly over to one of these areas. Ooh, a little turnaround there. And we fell to our death. Fantastic. I'm thinking I might need to supercharge in order to get there. Yeah, because otherwise we're not going to have enough lift to actually get over there. Alright, let us see what we can do here. Very quickly. Oh man, that is tight. I don't know if we'll be able to do that. At the very least, we have these in order to use. It is a very tight path to do this. We even need to do this, actually. Yeah, I am starting to think we are going to need to supercharge here. Because I don't know what else to do about that. This is rather... It's a bit of an awkward position to do this, but I think we can do it. There we go. Managed to obtain enough lift to get across. And just got a couple things around here to take care of. So that brings us back over here. Oh wow, we could have just gone over here. Gods, I am dumb sometimes. Alright, but we are steadily on the path to getting through here. Let's ride this current up. Oh yeah, we can see like one of the big areas up here we need to do now. Alright, just want to fly on top of this castle now. And then I'm thinking, I want to grab all this, and then, yeah, but then we want to jump down here, blast these chests. Sorry the commentary is a little weak right now, but with the way the stream has been performing, I don't feel like there's much I can do about it. Alright, took that guy out, so what's the last thing we need to do? It's like one more thing we need here. I took you out, right? Yeah. Alright, there's that guy. He's up there. How are we gonna get to him? There's really not a lot of spots I can reach him from this angle. Yeah, super jump's probably not gonna give us enough height for that. I can try, but I don't think it's gonna give us enough height. Oh no, we almost had it. I might try again. Come on, Spyro. You got this, buddy. No, I don't think that's enough height. So I'm thinking we might double back around and see if we can try to get up there from another angle. Oh! Damn it, Spyro! So look at that face he made there, just plummeting to his death. It's so funny. God, we're back here? Really? I don't know if that's gonna help us in any way. Yeah, we're in a very difficult position here. Let's try the supercharge method again. I still don't think this is gonna work, but we can try. Almost got up there. Oh, hang on, said that we disconnected from OBS. So yeah, we're just gonna wait a second here. Oh boy. I'm thinking we might actually have to end the session here. This has been oof. Okay, it seems like we're live again, but connection is really unstable right now. Okay, things have been so bad. I think we're just gonna call it here, and we can resume our progress. yeah, we can resume our progress again in the next session. So I'm thinking in the meantime I could try to see if we can actually get this guy. It's that guy. We already took care of you, I believe. Trying to think of the different ways we'd be able to do this. But yeah, at this point, just the last couple of gems we need, so... I think I actually want to fly over here. That gets us to this guy. And there we go. That is all the gems in this area. It's a shame the stream had to get so choppy at the end there and just completely crap out on us. But we're done. We're all done this level, and we are done with this session, because this has been a bit of a pain. So yep, we should be back in a few days to continue our sessions of Spyro the Dragon, and hopefully we will be able to finish off the Magic Crafters by taking on the boss stage here. So, until then, have a good day, and hopefully things will be a bit better next time. Bye.